Welcome to A Rock's Life. My name is Francis, and it's A Rock's Life. So you saw the video title, and you're like, we don't have a series called that, but now we do. See how that works? It's pretty cool how that works. Um, so I'm not. First of all, I am no master at Halo. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say I'm not very good. I did go 32 kills in this SWAT game, pure luck. Anyway. I was thinking I would share my brilliance in SWAT. No, I thought I would show anyone who really cares some tips that I use when I'm playing Halo SWAT. The first thing is you have to pay attention to where your crosshair is on the screen in proportion to where the ground and the walls are. Your crosshair should always be at head's length. Like right there, when I zoomed in, it was perfectly already at where the guy's head was. Remember, this applies to SWAT. Like there, when I jumped, because that was a sloped surface, my aimer was where the head was supposed to be if he was at the same level as me, as opposed to him being on a slope. But for the most part, you're always going to want to keep your thing just a little bit above where it starts when you spawn. Just bring it up like a couple of millimeters. See, like, where it is right now, that's where it should always be. And then I'll get a kill with it, and it'll be great. The next, let's go, tip number 2. Battle strategies are very important in a game like SWAT, where there's people everywhere, and there's people like this guy who's jumping around. So flanking is important. If you see a big group of guys, you could rush them, and you could have a chance of taking down 1, 2 of them. But if you quick run around the side and kill all 4 of them, then that's an overkill medal, and that's worth a lot more points than dying in the process of only getting 2 of them. So you should always flank, and if someone's close but not close enough for melee, don't move in to go for the melee. Back up and go for the shooting. If someone's like, you know, right on top of you, then melee the heck out of them. Go crazy. So strategy is an important part of SWAT. Okay. When you're playing the game, like here, I think at this point, I'm about 8 and 2 or something like that. It's pretty good. Try not to worry about your kill streaks or your multi-kills or anything. Like if you kill 2 guys, don't freak out because you could get a triple kill. You want to always act like you're just, you know, calm, like the game just started, and you're just gonna, you know, relax, take it easy. Because as soon as you start caring about kill streaks and, you know, looking at the score every 2 seconds and whatnot, then you're gonna get distracted and get all sweaty and Alright. Number 6. Number 5. I don't really care at this point. You should always you should use your scope accordingly. So if there's someone really far away, like here, you're gonna want to scope in. If people are mid-range to short range, don't scope, because it's going to make aiming harder. But if they're longish to midish range, then scope in, because you're gonna want to be able to hit them. Best case scenario, your aimer turns red. If they're really, really far away and it's blue and you're scoped in, then you can either try taking the shot or try moving up using one of your battle strategies. See, I made a reference. Anyway, moving on. 7, 6. Okay. You should be able to predict where your enemies are going to go. If you see someone running through a corridor, assume that they are going to come out at the other end of that corridor. Instead of rushing them, go around the map to where the other corridor exits, and then get the jump on them. Because knowing someone's there and not knowing you're there is a huge advantage that you might not realize. So if, you know, you see even just a glint of blue or red armor, depending on what team you're on, you might want to think about where that person would go, and then go there. Alright, be really, really careful about sprinting. Even if you're super impatient like me and fat and lazy, you're going to want to not sprint often at all. Because when you're sprinting, getting shot is really, really easy. Like, you're gonna be defenseless. If you are sprinting, you can tap right trigger to stop all of a sudden, and then go into shooting mode. But if you run up to someone and then press right trigger, it's going to stop sprinting first, then start shooting. So that's going to give your enemy a big 1 1/2 second advantage to shoot you, which is a long time in a game like SWAT. So use sprinting only if you know the area is clear, or you're trying to access higher ground. Use cover. If you're getting shot at and you don't know from where, try and get to somewhere where there's cover, especially cover on all 4 sides, because then you can just kind of poke out and kill them all. Otherwise, just any cover really is. Any cover is a good cover, you know, when you're being shot at. Okay, kind of contradictory to using cover. I'm sure just from watching this video, this should be obvious, but it is by far the most important thing, and probably my biggest strong point in SWAT, is you can never ever stop moving. You always have to be moving, non-stop. I don't mean just not camping, I mean like sprinting circles around the map. Quite literally circles, if that helps you. Just keep going round and round the map, over and over again. When you see someone, fight them. Otherwise, use one of your battle strategies, that thing. Otherwise, just keep going in circles. Even if you don't think there's anyone over there, it's worth going in circles. That way, you'll never get flanked. People can't use strategies on you very well, because you're just going in a circle. Well, I mean, what strategy is there against a circle? Circles are boss. You can't beat a circle. Except for all the times I got killed. But so yeah, just, you know, from what I'm doing here, always moving, always jumping, moving around, and doing all those other things at the same time. So that's how you do really good at this game mode. So if you'd like me to do a tips and tricks on a different game mode, maybe you'd like to play Infection or Griffball. That's Griffball. I like Griffball. Leave a comment on the video and be like, Francis, do this for Rock's Life, and I'll be like, okay, I got this, random guy or girl. So that's cool. All right. Peace.